Hello, my name is Sebastian Server. Today I'll be discussing communication barriers in the workplace and how we can overcome them. Let me start by asking this question. Has this ever happened to you at work while you're explaining an idea, but it feels like no one is really listening? Or maybe you've left a meeting far more confused than when you went in. If so, you're not alone. Communication breakdowns are far more common than you might think. Now, let's talk about the consequences of poor communication in the workplace. The effects can be very severe and widespread. For instance, 44% of people report that miscommunication has caused delays or project failures. And if you think that's not a big deal, consider this 18% of respondents said miscommunication has led to a lost sale, with nearly a third of those sales being between 100 and nearly $1 million in value. Here's some more data to consider. 65% of executives admit that language barriers exist between managers and employees. This isn't just about different languages, but also the way we use words and how we interpret them. Additionally, 80% of workers who are unhappy with a direct manager tend to feel disengaged at work. Poor communication directly affects employee morale and productivity. So, how can we address language barriers? First, keep things simple. Use clear, straightforward language to avoid confusion. Visual aids are also helpful. They give context and make your message easier to understand. Don't be afraid to repeat and rephrase your points to ensure clarity. Providing written summaries and using translation tools can also help bridge the gap of communication. Now let's talk about hierarchical boundaries. To address this, management needs to implement open door policies and, far more importantly, actively listen to employee feedback. When employees feel heard, they are far more likely to communicate openly, which reduces misunderstandings. Meetings are another area where communication often breaks down. To avoid this, make sure you have proper technology, good lighting, quality sound equipment, and reliable software if you're meeting online. Set clear meeting guidelines, like muting attendees when they're not speaking, and letting people know when it's time for questions. Also, choose quiet environments to prevent distractions, avoiding places with background noise or a lot of foot traffic. Lastly, effective communication involves managing time pressures. As a manager, make deadlines clear and achievable. Employees should know exactly what their responsibilities are. Strong leadership includes setting expectations and providing the support needed to meet them. In summary, communication barriers in the workplace are common but can be overcome with the right strategies. Whether it's using simple language, providing written summaries, or creating open door policies, addressing these issues is crucial for success. Thank you for your time. Let's make effective communication a priority in our workplaces.